post-Freudian or Neo Freudian psychologists were thinkers who agreed with many of the fundamental principles of Freud's psychoanalytic theory but changed and adapted the approach to incorporate their own beliefs, ideas, and opinions. Many of post Freudians agreed with Freud's concept of the unconscious mind and the importance of early childhood. There were, however, a number of points that post Freudians disagreed with or directly rejected. Because of this, these post Freudians went on to propose their own unique theories of personality and cognition. Five post Freudians whose theories are there in your syllabus are Carl Jung, Karen Horney, Alfred Adler, Erich Fromm, and Erik Erikson. So we will discuss about all of them one by one. So let's start with Carl Jung. Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist who worked with Freud in his early stages of career, but later split off from Freud and developed his own theory, which he called analytical psychology. The focus of analytical psychology is on working to balance opposing forces of conscious and unconscious thought and experience within one's personality. Means personality consists of competing forces and structures within the individual rather than between the individual and the demands of society. Alright? Actually, Jung's split from Freud was based on two major disagreements. First, Jung did not accept that sexual drive was the primary motivator in a person's mental life. And second is that although Jung agreed with Freud's concept of a personal unconscious, he thought it to be incomplete. So he focused on the collective unconscious. Actually, the Jung's collective unconscious is a universal version of the personal unconscious, holding mental patterns or memory traces, which are common to all of us. Jung claimed that there was a collective unconscious consisting of archetypes or primordial images. So these are not individually acquired but are inherited. The God or the Mother Earth is a good example of archetypes. They are found in myths, dreams, and arts of all mankind. Jung held that the self strives for unity and oneness. It is an archetype that is expressed in many ways. Actually, he devoted much of his efforts to study of such expressions in various traditions. So now the next Neo-Freudian is Karen Horney. Horney was one of the first women trained in psychoanalysis, and she was also one of the first to criticize Freud's depiction of women as inferior to men. According to her, each sex has attributes to be admired by the other, and neither sex can be viewed as superior or inferior. She countered that women were more likely to be affected by social and cultural factors than by biological factors. She argued that psychological disorders were caused by disturbed interpersonal relationship during childhood. For example, when parents' behavior toward a child is indifferent, discouraging, and erratic, the child feels insecure and a feeling called basic anxiety results, and deep resentment towards parents or basic hostility occurs due to this anxiety. So, by showing excessive dominance or indifference, or by providing too much or too little approval, parents can generate among children feelings of isolation and helplessness, which interfere with their healthy development. And now, the next Neo Freudian is Alfred Adler. Alfred Adler founded a school of psychology called individual psychology, which focuses on our drive to compensate for feelings of inferiority. Adler proposed the concept of the inferiority complex. Actually, an inferiority complex refers to a person's feelings that they lack worth and don't measure up to the standards of the others or of society. And Adler believed that feelings of inferiority in childhood actually drive people to gain superiority and acts as the force behind all of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Actually, his basic assumption is that human behavior is purposeful and goal directed. Each one of us has the capacity to choose and create, and our personal goals are the source of our motivation. The goals that provide us with security and help us in overcoming the feelings of inadequacy are important in our personality development. The next Neo Freudian about whom we will discuss about is Erich Fromm. Erich Fromm was a neo-Freudian psychoanalyst who suggested a theory of personality based on two primary needs. One is the need for freedom and the other is the need for belonging. Actually, he suggested that people develop certain personality styles or strategies or techniques in order to deal with the anxiety created by feelings of isolation. Erich Fromm believed that character, that is personality, is something that stems both from our genetic inheritance and from our learning experiences. Some aspects of our character are hereditary. Other aspects stem from what we learn at home, from school, and from society. Fromm also believed that character is something deeply ingrained and difficult to change. However, it can be changed if one is committed towards the change. And now the last Neo Freudian is Erik Erikson. Erikson proposed a psychosocial theory of development, suggesting that an individual's personality develops throughout the lifespan and rejected Freud's view that personality is fixed in early life. Erikson emphasized the social relationships that are important at each stage of personality development, in contrast to Freud's emphasis on sexuality. Erikson identified 8 stages, and each stage represents a conflict or developmental task. The development of a healthy personality and a sense of competence depend on the successful completion of each task. So these were some of the Neo-Freudians. Actually, Neo-Freudians generally agreed with Freud that childhood experiences matter, but they decreased the emphasis on sexuality and focused more on the social environment and effects of culture on personality. Actually, psychodynamic theories face strong criticisms due to many reasons, and the four major reasons are: first one, that the theories are largely based on case studies, they lack a rigorous scientific basis. Second is they use small and atypical individuals as samples for advancing generalizations. Psychodynamic theories were also criticized because the concepts are not properly defined and it is difficult to submit them to scientific testing. One of the major criticism of psychodynamic theories was that Freud has used males as the prototype of all human personality development. He actually overlooked female experiences and perspectives. So, this was all about some Neo Freudians, their theories, and the criticism of psychodynamic theories. And this is all for today, and I hope you have understood everything. So, we will meet once again in a new video with a new topic. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.